Yeah. I think the slides are not presenting. Yeah, I mean, we can wait for some time until a few people join and then we can start. Okay, perfect. See? Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Anant, and as you have seen me in the previous, I'm a second year master student in electrical engineering.
And I'm Mauro. I'm a computer science student here at TU Delft, and I also study at Leiden University. And we're both part of the introduction program crew.
Yeah. Okay, let's wait for some time, like 2 minutes, and once a lot of people join, we'll start with the presentation. If you know anyone who is coming to TU Delft in this spring, make sure you send them the link, and they also need to get some information that we will be providing in the session. How many views do we have? 20. Could you also mention in the chat if you can hear and see us well? Okay, let's begin. Okay, I mean, if we have any connection issues, just forgive us. We'll be back in some time, and you can hear us again. Until then, we'll continue. If you are not able to hear us properly, just let us know in the chat so that we can check it out. Apart from that, if you have any questions, anything related to TU Delft or systems that are used here, give us a text on a chat, and we'll take a set of questions after a brief point in the presentation as well. Okay. The next slide. Yeah, in this session, we'll be talking about these things. How do you network around in TU Delft? How do you meet your peers? And what is the system that is used here? What is My TU Delft, an app that everyone at TU Delft uses? What is a software portal? How do you print? How do you Xerox? How do you access a lot of things here at TU Delft? How do you access Brightspace, where you can get latest information about all the courses? And how do you check the timetable as well? Okay. Yeah. Okay, the first part is about the net ID and how do you network around and how do you proceed and look at various courses through your study guide.
Yeah, so NetID is going to be your identification username and password to connect to most of the platforms we have here at TU Delft. With this NetID, you can connect to Eduroam, which is our wireless campus. So every faculty has this same Wi-Fi point that is called Eduroam, that you can put your NetID and password in, and you're able to connect to the Wi-Fi. There's also a guide on how to do that at the link that you can see, the manual. This link you can find both on TU Delft by yourself, but also these presentation slides are gonna be uploaded later on Brightspace, so you have you can check it out there. If you can go to the next slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the courses, we have a very cool website called the Study Guide, where you can find every course that is every course here at TU Delft, and you can find everything about it. So who's teaching it, who's the contact emails of the teachers, the number of credits the course is going to give you, what you will learn in this course, how you're going to get examined, so if it's going to be projects or if it's going to be one exam or multiple exams and things like that.
Yeah, so it contains all the information that you want to possibly know if you want to take that course or not. So if you are in a dilemma whether should I take this course, is it useful for me in my study plan, then it's better to go into study guide view and know about the course more and then make a decision. Also, there are a few cases where it's not updated for some of the courses, but you don't need to worry about that because you can either the professor will send you the updated information soon enough, or if you have any questions you can email the counselor or the professor itself and he'll give you some data that you don't have or you can't access in study guide. Also, take into account that the courses keep changing year on year, so make sure when you enter the year you do it as per what you are going to study, the year 2024 and 2025 or the next one. If you enter the previous year, then some of the courses might be different, the name might be different, or the curriculum might be changed. So just take that into account. Okay, so the next thing is about Brightspace and how to access Timetable and my TU Delft app, the app that is most common around TU Delft here.
Yeah, so Brightspace is this platform where you'll find all your courses you'll ever take in TU Delft. It's basically this platform where you can access the lecture material, exercises, and submit your assignments and everything in between. Usually, once you register to a course, you get already that course gets added to the list of your Brightspace courses, so you don't have to do it manually. But if you want to do it manually, you can also go through the catalog on Brightspace, and you can you can search the course you want to take, and it's gonna appear there. But if you don't find it right away, don't worry about that. It's usually because the Brightspace material doesn't get added until the course is about to start. Because probably the professors are still preparing everything. So yeah, don't worry about that unless the course has already started. Like if the quarter has started and you still don't have access, then you probably want to contact the supervisors for the course.
Yeah.
Again, Brightspace is accessible through your NetID and password,
Yeah.
which you probably have already access to, and if not, you will have soon.
Yeah. And to know how the Brightspace works and what all can you see in the Brightspace, we from the IP team have a Brightspace for you. So it's called Brightspace Introduction Program Spring 2025. And since you already have your NetID and password, try logging in and check if you have access. But if you don't worry. If you are coming for the IP here, then you will surely get access soon enough, and you can go through all the documents that we provide. And it has a lot of information about Delft, about insurance here, and a lot of other things that you might need to look at before coming here in Delft. And additionally, you get some exposure to Brightspace as well, so it's a win-win situation for you. Yeah.
Yeah, so for my timetable instead is this application that lets you see all the courses you register for, when each lecture is happening, where examinations are happening, when labs are happening, And what you can do with this application is you can log in. All the courses you can find there. Like you can add it to the timetable if it's not already added for yourself automatically. And even better, what you can do is you can export this calendar, so that then if you use on your day-to-day a Google Calendar, a Microsoft Calendar, you can export this timetable to your normal calendar app, so that you always have a good overview of what's happening when deadlines are approaching and things like that.
Yeah. And it's very handy because you once you link your Google once you link this timetable to your Google account, even after you remove a few courses, you add an extra courses. It takes some time, but it will update soon enough in your Google Calendar. So that's a good thing about the TU Delft calendar as well. Also, it includes all of the things that a course can offer. So it includes lectures, labs, and everything. So there is very less chance that you might miss anything if you add it to your calendar as well.
Yeah, and one more thing is that on each event you will also find the location. So if there's a lecture and you don't know where the lecture is, it's gonna be written already in the event. And if a lecture gets cancelled, for example, usually the teachers will cancel it from the calendar, so you're sure that you're going to the actual lecture. And yeah.
And while adding the courses in the calendar, it's always suggested to add through course. So when you go to course, you can add the course code directly, and that course will show up. The course code, you can get it from the study guide that we explained earlier. So, but if you add it through program of study, there might be a possibility that you might not find the course, because there are a lot of courses which overlap between two programs or different faculties. So better to know the course code and then add it through the course. Yeah, that's it. Let's go.
Technology.
Yeah. Some issue with the internet here. Okay, maybe we can minimize instead of presenting. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're having some technical problems, so we'll just present like this. But again, you'll find the slides after uploading on the Brightspace.
Yeah.
So for the TU Delft, here you're gonna find it's the place where you can register for courses. You can register for exams, because be careful to know that if you register for a course doesn't mean that you're already registered for the actual exam. Other than that, you can find again your schedule, like in my timetable. You can find all your grades, so whenever a grade is uploaded, that's where you're gonna find it. You can look at your study progress, meaning if your course has a determined number of ECTS you have to do, or if you have some mandatory courses. Here you can look at the overview of all the mandatory things that you have done already or that you still need to do. You can also download a proof of enrollment here. This is sometimes useful when other agencies ask you for proof that you're actually a TU Delft student.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Regarding proof of enrollment, so it's also possible that you will get an ID from the TU Delft, but it's possible that sometimes the ID is not valid because it doesn't have your date of birth or a lot of other details. So that's the time when people might ask you for proof of enrollment along with your ID card. So it's better to keep it handy, and it's already there in the app. So whenever people ask, you can directly download it from there and show it to them. Apart from that, it happens a lot that you will do courses, and once you get the required credits or the ECTS for the courses, it will get updated in the app, and you see this bar here, right? So this shows the total credits that you need to obtain and the total amount of credits that you have already obtained when you pass the course. So that's a good way to take care of your progress and make sure that you have the required credits in order to go ahead to the next quarter. Okay, maybe you can try this once more. Yeah, again. Yeah, let's go.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Maybe do full screen, so F11.
We'll do that.
F11.
Okay.
Or function F11. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry guys, just let us know if you have any questions in the chat and we'll take. Okay, maybe we can take a few questions. I can see.
Sure.
So, yeah, I see that you have a lot of problems accessing your TU Delft email. Not to worry, because you still have some time, and there is nothing that urgent that you get in the TU Delft email until you come here. So don't worry about it. You will eventually get access here, or maybe in some days. Apart from that, there are actually two email IDs people usually have for TU Delft. One is with a student email ID that you use outside, and one with net ID at tudelft.nl, which you can use inside TU Delft or to log into TU Delft environments. And try it with both of them. Maybe the student ID works for you. But if it doesn't, don't need to worry about it. You will get access soon enough. Check with your peers if they're getting access as well. If they are getting and you are not, better send an email to Education and Student Affairs, and they'll give you a progress on what update of your email ID.
Yeah, if you Google contact TU Delft, there's a website that should pop up that has a form, and there you can write what you need, what's the problem, and they usually are very fast at replying.
Exactly.
Like if you ask during the week, then a couple of working days, and they reply right away.
Yeah.
And if that also doesn't work and it's very urgent, I think there's also a phone number you can call. But again, right now there's no emergency
for you. Yeah. And if you're filling the form, make sure you also include your student number, because that's how they keep the track of who have asked what question and the other things. Yeah.
I found my course in the course browser in Brightspace. Are the courses in Brightspace added later? So yeah, a lot of the courses get added just a couple of days before they start on Brightspace.
Yeah.
And usually you will get added automatically. Like if you go on TU Delft and you register for the course, then on Brightspace you will be already added automatically.
Yeah. And the work for each course starts after the course has started, so you don't actually need access to Brightspace course before the course starts. If you want to look up about the course or what the course is about, better to go into study guide and look rather than going into Brightspace for that. Okay.
Do we need to register for the courses, or are we automatically enrolled for the courses we specified during application? I think this might refer to Erasmus students.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about the Erasmus students. I'm assuming they will do it, but
yeah, but it might happen that you might not get registered automatically. So keep checking your Brightspace until the course starts. If you are registered, then great. Otherwise, try searching the course code. If you are still not able to find it, better to send an email to the professor if he has already uploaded it.
Yeah, no, I think he might be asking about registered on TU Delft.
Oh, TU Delft. Oh, you will automatically get registered for TU Delft. So you can log in using net ID and password once you have the access to that ID. Yeah. Okay, yeah. When someone mentioned that when they add the courses, now it shows up at drafts. That happens a lot because you still have time for your course to start or for your study to start. They have not yet made a plan for you. It's just a rough plan. So that's why it shows us draft. The draft is subject to change. So if it's showing up as draft, make sure after a point you refresh it so that if they have made any changes from there and then finalize the courses and their timetable. It also updates in your calendar. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, my TU Delft is done. Okay, next is about the software portal, print portal, and the student portal that you can access after coming here to TU Delft. This part you won't be needing now as such, because this is mostly related to the usage in TU Delft and related to your courses. So once your study starts, this will be very useful for you.
Yeah, so we have a software portal, which is a website where you can find all the softwares that are usually paid, but instead are offered for free for you guys because you are a TU Delft student. So as long as it depends on the different software. Sometimes all you have to do is log in or register with your TU Delft email. Sometimes they ask for you to send some proof of enrollment, and when they get it, they will give you some key you can use to log in these programs.
Yeah.
But you can find everything and the way to access it on software.tudelft.nl. And this is just a small list of things that you get for free with being a TU Delft student. But there's also a lot of things that a lot of discounts that you're eligible for that is not on this list.
Yeah.
But you can find it just by going, for example, GitHub. If you program, that might be very interesting for you. If you Google GitHub student login or something like that, you'll probably find a website where you can put your student email and you get access for free for premium features. And also you get access to all the Microsoft Office package, so you can get all of that for free.
Yeah, exactly. And it might also happen that you are not able to access or download any softwares now because they need a VPN. There is a TU Delft VPN called EduVPN that is used here. And so once you come here and download EduVPN, you might be able to access all the softwares and download them. If you are at the university and campus, you are automatically connected to the VPN here, so you don't need to connect it again. If you have any questions related to this, put it in the chat and we'll answer it after this section ends. Okay, so next is the print portal. It's very easy to access the print portal and take a printout here at the university. Once you log in into TU Delft print portal using your net ID and password, you get an option to upload your document or an image directly, and then it will ask you whether you want it in color, in black and white, do you want it in a single page or duplex, and those sort of normal questions. You just tick some boxes and click print. Then what happens is your student card that you have, once you come here to TU Delft, you'll get a student card, and that link, it's linked to the print portal as well. So the document that you upload is like indirectly uploaded to your student card. So you go to any printer and at the campus, scan your student card. Maybe the first time you do it, you might have to enter your net ID and password in the printer, but that's just the first time. Once that is done, you log in into the printer basically, and you can see what documents you have asked the printer to print. Just press print all the documents, or you can even select which documents you want to print and which you don't want to, and click print, and you'll get a printout of that. It's that easy.
But it is paid, so you will have to upload some money. You can do that with your credit card, and it's very cheap. Like for every page is 2 cents.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you put 10 euros, you'll probably never run out until you stop studying here.
Exactly.
It's very easy, and like there's at least 5 printers in every building you ever enter. If you don't see them right away, you ask at the reception and they'll point it towards for you. And
Okay. Yeah. So the next thing is the student portal. You can access it through the TU Delft website. This is more of to get information about something. Let's say urgently you need something. You want to know more about what your study program, how you can access the counselors, or services here at TU Delft, what the study tools that TU Delft is offering, and all of those things, you can access the student portal. It's basically a summary of everything that you have here at TU Delft and what you need to study well. Yeah.
Yeah, so all the information that if we didn't explain things clearly enough, again, you can find a different explanation with different words if you go on this link. So the link is actually tudelft.nl/student.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can find all of this information there.
Okay, maybe we can take a few questions. I realize some of my classes are still not open for enrollment. Do you know the maximum date to enroll to classes? As such, there is no maximum date. You can even enroll after the class starts, so don't worry about it. Even if you are not enrolled, you will automatically get enrolled soon if your course is structured that way, or you might have to enroll yourself. But you will get to know it once the course starts, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, also, I think it also depends on the faculty. So you can also Google that. If you Google your faculty and the max enroll date, I think you probably find the answer to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it's faculty dependent, we cannot really answer that.
Yeah.
Usually the real deadline is when they start having the first mandatory assignments. So if you're not enrolled by then it might be a problem. But if they already have a lecture, you can even just enter and go follow the lectures, even if you're not enrolled on TU Delft yet.
Yeah. Someone mentioned that they are not enrolled in the courses yet in TU Delft, and when they try, it says enrollment is closed. It might be possible that enrollment has not opened for the spring yet. You see enrollment closed because it's from the last year. That is very common to happen. So wait for some time and try it again. If you are still not able to enroll, I would suggest you to send an email to the faculty or the professor who is taking that course and check with him or her whether the enrollment has begun or it has closed already. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, to give some clarity, right now we are still in the second quarter. So because we haven't even finished the second quarter and the second semester has not started, it is possible that a lot of courses are not open for enrollment yet.
Yeah.
Usually it happens very soon before the start of the new quarter. So even when the IP starts, you're probably safe to enroll.
Yeah. Okay, is it normal that I cannot find some courses in TU Delft? Yes, maybe you have entered the wrong year. Try using the next year or the previous year and check whether you can, by adding the course code, check whether you can find the course then to look at the information. If you're still not able to find the course under any year or the course code that you entered does not exist, then wait for some time, maybe it will get updated. If not, send an email and ask for the right course code or the changed one. They'll give you a response for that.
Yeah, to give you some reassurance, the same happened to me a bunch of times. It is very plausible that it's not been uploaded on the TU Delft yet.
Yeah.
They are very close before the semester starts. Then they will start uploading things.
Exactly. Okay, last one. Do many courses require course literature? You would find course literature and is often expensive. I would most of the courses for EMs, yes. Okay, you need a few books for the course, but you don't have to buy them. A lot of the things are already uploaded in Brightspace. So when you go into Brightspace, the professor will upload slides, reference books, or any other notes that he has made or any other student have made previously. And usually, or in almost all the cases, the things in Brightspace are enough for you to get score well in the course. And if there is something that is if inside the Brightspace, the professor will teach only that. He won't teach anything that is not in the Brightspace. So you don't need to worry about it at all.
To give you some reassurance, I never bought a book since I joined TU Delft. So don't worry about it unless you really like reading from a physical book. Then you probably are safe.
Yeah.
There's always a way to get access to everything.
Yeah. So but in my case, there were a few books where which was uploaded in Brightspace, but I didn't like to read it online, so I just printed them out, a few chapters that were coming for the exam. but the printing costs will way less, so it helped for me. Okay, let's go further. Okay, career and counseling services. So there is a special section, I would say, in TU Delft called Career and Counseling Services. They help you out in your career if you are confused about what you want to do after you finish your after you finish your program. Then they'll help you out in that sense. They'll also help you build a resume. If you are confused about what skills that you need to proceed in your career, they'll help you out as well. And you can access the website, book a free consultation with them. They even have walk-in hours where you book, or you can directly walk in and talk to the counselors, and they advise you. They also give one-on-one consultation where you have to book the counselor's time and you go on that time. Apart from that, they also conduct workshops as well, and you can register for the workshop and attend them. One more thing is, during the IP info market, they'll be present, so you can talk to them, know more about them.
Yeah, so if you there's a lot of workshops that they organize, like you can bring your own CV and show it to them, and they'll let you know what to remove, what's good to have on there. If you are scared of presenting like we are right now, you can probably do some workshops about that,
Yeah.
and they'll help you out. So with all like the soft skills you need for your professional life.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, and other than the career and counseling services, there's also academic counselors. So these are people that you can approach when you have problems with your studies. So, for example, if you are having issues with studying, you cannot handle the workload, they can help you figure out a plan on how to handle that. So, for example, postponing some courses or teaching you some studying skills and things like that.
Yeah.
Also, if you have problems with the examiners or anything logistical like that, you can also contact them. What else?
And apart from that, you also have psychologists and counselors for each faculty as well. So if you have a question that is related to specifically to your program or how your course is structured, you can contact them, because the TU Delft counselors might be skeptical about a specific course related questions or faculty related questions. So they have their website as well. So if you go into your faculty's website, let's say ID or EMCS, and then you look at counselors, you can book, similar to the TU Delft counselors, you can book appointment with them, and they also have walk-in times where you can talk to them about your course or other difficulties that you might be facing while you are proceeding with your course.
Yeah, there are some of the sweetest people of all TU Delft working there, so
Yeah.
I highly advise to, if you have any problems,
Yeah.
if you're feeling lost, I highly advise to contact them.
Yeah, exactly.
We also have student psychologists, which you can book working hours with, or you can you can have one-on-one consultations.
Yeah.
So if you're struggling with some mental health issues, we highly recommend you contacting them.
Yeah.
Also, they will be present during the IP, so you can get to know them a little bit more.
During the info market.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think we are done.
Then let's see if we can answer some more questions.
Okay, thank you. I mean, we can, to give you a summary, you have a few things. For example, study guide, where you can look at the courses that you're about to take. Brightspace, in which you can enroll into the course and submit assignments, go through course materials, everything. Then there's My TU Delft app, where you can check your grades, track progress, view student card, view enrollment letter, etc. Apart from that, there is print portal, where you can print documents here at university. Software portal, where you can access paid softwares for free, because being a TU Delft student. Other than that, there are student portal and counselors and psychologists who you can contact. if you have any difficulties here at TU Delft. We'll be uploading the presentation in the Brightspace. So if you don't remember the links or any information that we gave you, yeah, sorry about that. Any information that we gave you, then wait for some time and look it up in the Brightspace. Okay.
Let's see. Any other questions we got? Too many courses require. Okay, no, we answered this one. How strict are they with the maximum ECTS to attend? He said 15 maximum per period. Can I do maybe 16, or is it strictly controlled? I think in TU Delft there is no maximum.
There is no maximum at TU Delft. So if you're a TU Delft student, you can take any number of courses from any faculties that you like. There is only a minimum. So let's say 15, you need to get 15. You can get 16, 20, 40, or as much as you like. So you can study a lot here, but there is a minimum for sure for you to graduate.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
I saw that there are clashes between the courses in my timetable. So it might happen because you are an exchange student, you might take courses from various faculties so which clash, but don't worry about it. Send an email to counselor and they'll figure a way out in such a sense that you are able to take the course, or maybe you can figure it out and get a solution. So if you have something clashing, make sure you send an email as early as possible so that they can look into it and come up with a plan.
Yeah, also it depends very much on what's clashing. So for example, if it's lecture clashing, most of the lectures are usually not mandatory, and they usually record them. So if at least one of the two lectures is not mandatory to attend to there physically, and you can watch the recording later, then you have the solution there.
Exactly.
But it very much depends on the course, so we cannot answer that for you.
Yeah.
But if that's not the case, then it's better to contact somebody, and they will help you figure something out.
Yeah.
Are project groups in general assigned by the course instructor or formed by the student themselves? This 100% depends on the course.
So totally subjective. In some of the courses, the professor, based on the student diversity and the background of the students, might give a group, assign you into a group. So for this case, they might ask you what you have done previously, and depending on that they can make the groups. Otherwise there is self-enrollment in Brightspace as well. So about Brightspace, it's also used for the groups. So you enroll into a group, let's say group 1, group 2, and all the others enroll as well. So the best thing about it is if you are in a group, you are linked to all the other students. So if you upload any report or any presentation in Brightspace, it takes into account that if you have uploaded, all the other group members that you have also uploaded. So that's the best part. Everyone doesn't need to upload, only one person in the group is enough.
On the study guide, if there is 2 exam period, does it mean that I have to attend both of the exam in order to pass?
No. So here at TU Delft we have and each course has 2 attempts for you to pass. One is the normal exam that happens at the end of the quarter, or once all the courses are finished, and there is another chance for you to get a good grade or pass if you have not passed earlier, which is called the resit. It usually happens at the end of the next quarter. So for example, if you are coming for Q3 here, and at the end of Q3 first exam will happen and the next will happen at the end of Q4. So it's basically an extra attempt for you to score better or pass if you have not passed in the first attempt, or not able to give the exam due to some other reasons. So it's like a good thing for you. And that's it. That's why you see 2 exams in your timetable.
Can you also take as many courses as you like if you're not an exchange student doing a master's?
Yes, you can. You can take as many courses as you like. If you are an exchange, master's, bachelor students, doesn't depend on that. there is a minimum, as I said previously, you have to get in order to graduate. Apart from that, you can take as much as you want. Make sure you check before how you register into the course. Is it direct enrollment through Brightspace, or do you have to enroll also through my TU Delft app? There are a few courses where you have to enroll through my TU Delft app before the course starts. So or you get automatically enrolled after you enroll into Brightspace. So make sure you check it before you decide to take the course or not.
Also, not necessarily, even if you take the course, it can be for your enrichment, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to appear on your curriculum.
Exactly.
So if you're, for example, a computer science student and you want to want to follow a course about electrical engineering, you can do that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that when you get your diploma at the end of your course of studies, that course can be included in the list, because that was not actually what you were supposed to study.
Yeah, so there are a few mandatory courses or recommended courses that you have in your study. You have to take those in order to graduate. Apart from that, you can take as many courses as you want. So if you don't take mandatory courses and keep taking other courses, you will not be able to graduate. So make sure you check what courses you need and then compulsorily take those. Apart from that, it's your call to take any other course that you like out of any other in TU Delft.
Where can we find out if attendance is mandatory? You can find that out on study guides. That's one of the first websites we showed you. That's the website where you can find all the information about the course. So when is it happening, how many credits it is, who's the teacher, and the modes of examination. And then it will also say if the lectures are mandatory, for example, or if some exams sometimes are also optional. You can find all of that on the study guides. I missed the answer about the clashes between the two courses in my timetable. Could you maybe repeat your answer? So in short, the answer is if you're taking courses about from two different faculties, because you're an exchange student, then you probably want to contact the responsible for that course. But usually, the lectures are not mandatory. So if they're not mandatory and if they're recorded like they usually are, then you can just not attend one of the two lectures and watch the recording at home. But before doing that, make sure that they're not mandatory. And also make sure to talk to somebody that's responsible for the course.
If you want to watch lectures, there is a website called College Drama that we use here. We'll also include that in the presentation somewhere, and you can find it later. It will have all the courses that have been recorded till now, so you can go through your faculty, select the course, log in using your net ID, and check out all the recordings that has been happened this year and all the previous years, if it has ever been happened. So so it's a good tool for you.
I'm still having issues with my TU Delft email. I contacted support twice last week, but I haven't heard back yet. What else can I do to get this resolved? Okay, the first thing that comes to my mind, but I don't know if you already tried that, is try to log in from office.com for your TU Delft email. Because it's not, you shouldn't go on Outlook, since it's not a normal email, it's a student email. But I don't know if you already tried that. Also, what you can do is first of all, you can call them. So if you Google TU Delft contact center, you can find a page where there's an email form, and there's also should be a phone number on the same page. So you can call that in working hours, and they can help you figure that out.
And if you have sent multiple times and they have not responded yet, which means it's not urgent. So maybe they have not given access to all the students. So wait for some time, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and try again later, and they might have enabled access for you. If not, then repeat the process again until you come here. So I would say you would not need access to a student account until you come here, because you won't be receiving any emails until then. So don't worry about it if you don't have access. Even if you don't get it until you come here, you can figure it out after coming.
Daniela asks, I have two courses that have the exam in the same day, same hour, so I suppose I should do one on the first exam period and the other on the second exam period. Do I have either choices? Yeah, what your choices are, first you can contact the responsible for both courses, and you can also contact a student counselor explaining your situation.
Yeah.
And they will try to help you figure out a solution. If they tell you, yeah, there's nothing you can do, then yeah, you probably have to do one course. Probably you should do the first course you're most worried about, and then do the other
one
course in the
next
reset.
quarter. Yeah. Okay. I think we're almost done with the questions. Maybe we'll wait for a minute. If you have any questions, type it out as soon as possible and we'll take them. If you have any other questions, maybe you can ask us in the next live session. Come here and ask, or send us a message on Instagram or somewhere if you have any questions. Don't worry about it. We'll answer as soon as possible.
Yeah. Also, if you have questions about the Spring API,
yeah,
maybe you can also answer that. Maybe try refreshing. I think the Wi-Fi is working better.
I mean, they can only see us.
Okay. I guess another interesting thing you should know is that in TU Delft we have a lot of study places.
Yeah.
So both places that you can just access without any booking. So right now, for example, we are doing this live from the library of TU Delft, and we are doing it in one of the study rooms. But you can just go there without booking anything and just sit down.
Yeah.
It's very quiet. So
yeah. you can there is a website of library where you can book meeting rooms as well. And if you book it, then no one will be able to enter. If you go to the library and see that there is no booking, you can even book it through like a small screen outside the room and just enter and studies inside. So it's very convenient for you to study here, to get books and other things. So, yeah. Okay, we'll wait like 3 more minutes until 3:50 and then we'll log out. If you have any questions, ask away.
Also, I think this live is going to be uploaded on the channel, so if you want to go and look again to one of our answers, or I will explain something after this presentation, you can go again on this YouTube channel and you'll find what we said.
Yeah.
Is there a map of the buildings in order to find the rooms of for lectures? Yeah, I think if you will Google TU Delft campus map,
campus
you can find one. So every building is numbered. It is its own numbering system. So this building is maybe like 35, something like that. And you can they have signs outside every building, so you can look at the number and figure out if it's your the actual room.
Yeah.
Also, you can usually find that information also on Google Maps. Like if you Google Map the actual building, you usually can find it.
Yeah.
Especially for the big ones like TU Delft Library, EMCS. I don't know. Most of the big buildings you can find also on Google.
Exactly. And apart from the campus map, there are a few faculties. For example, the library who has a map of its own. So if you go into library TU Delft website, you will find the layout of how the library is shaped, where are the locations, and how you can book a room if you want to. There are also open study spaces which you don't need to book. They are crowded, so People usually come early morning so that they can like reserve that spot for themselves the whole day, and they study there. So
Is there a room where you can pray? I think most buildings have one.
yeah.
I think to the library for sure.
Library
has one.
for sure has one. There is one in X as well. If you want to go and pray there, and yeah, I think almost all the faculties have one. Yeah.
Yeah, and the easiest thing to do is when you enter the building, there's always the reception, so you can ask there, and for sure they can help you figure something
Exactly.
out. Like they probably have already a room designed for that, and if not, they probably can help you out finding a free room where you can go and pray.
Yeah. Okay, I think we can close the live. Thank you so much, guys, for attending, and hope you had a good session.
Yeah, hope to see you at the Spring IP.
Yeah.